Performing Arts Center had some exciting news today, so we're moving from the one-woman show to a Broadway theater, local and right here in Rhode Island. So I'm pleased to welcome Lynn Singleton, the president of Providence Performing Arts Center. Hi, how you doing?
How are you? Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day. Oh, you brought me a present. This is a great gig. I have all kinds of presents.
Yeah.
Good to see you. If you could just come over.
Okay,
yeah, come on over so we can see
that's my
your
mark,
face.
huh? Okay.
I'm excited for this. Thank you so much. So you had some very exciting news to announce. So I want to talk a little bit about, before we get to the 2017-2018 season, you made some big news today and announced that Hamilton is coming to PPAC.
We use the H word.
Because it's so big and so crazy, or let's talk about this.
Hamilton will be in Providence at the Performing Arts Center in our 18-19 season, which is one season from now.
Congratulations.
Thank you. We're very pleased. The real critical matter of that, which is good for the city, is that the sure way to guarantee your tickets for Hamilton is to be a subscriber for our Broadway series, and that way you'll be teed up to get your tickets the following year. Because you and I both know the demand will far exceed the supply.
Oh my goodness.
I've never seen so much. It's like lighting a prairie fire. It's like sweet. I had calls, texts, emails, and because the last time we had a show like this was in the mid-90s when we did Phantom of the Opera the first time.
Oh, okay.
And most of this social media didn't exist.
Oh, no, yeah.
It was back in the days where they had little pink carbonized message pads that they set on my desk, and I go, I'll come back, no, maybe, so.
You're like, just sweep this off my desk.
Now we have instant access, and then if you don't email or text somebody back immediately, then they call you and say, why aren't you returning my text? Why aren't you returning my text?
You're like, my phone died.
We're very excited, very excited.
That's such great news. What did it take for you to get this? Who were you on the phone with? Like, how great and how exciting is this for you and for PPAC?
A little inside baseball. There presently is one company, Hamilton, and it's in Chicago, and it will sit down in Chicago and run probably 3 or 4 years. The first national company that will tour opens in San Francisco in about a year from this fall, and will slowly work its way across the country to what I would call the preferred venues, and venues that have a large capacity, that are in a good theater market, St. Louis, Cincinnati, Pittsburgh, Philadelphia, and we're one of those quote-unquote preferred venues. Under a lot of inside baseball, the lead producer, who is not only did Hamilton, but he did Rent and In the Heights, Jeffrey Sellers, his first Broadway show he ever did on the road was up at the Columbus Theater, and it was called The Real Live Brady Bunch about 15 years ago. And unfortunately, he did 2 weekends.
Real Live Brady
Bunch. We did 2 weekends. They eventually put it in Vegas. We did 2 weekends back to back, and both weekends we had Snowmageddon.
Oh no!
So I spent most of those 2 weekends with Jeffrey drinking wine out of a box, crying because we were losing so much money.
Oh no!
So he has a special affection for Providence. He'd like to come back here, he told me, and really make some money this time.
Okay.
So, but yeah, we're excited, and it'll do very well, obviously.
Have you had any pushback? I mean, we posted online, and most people seem pretty excited about the show because you cannot get tickets in New York. But some people are thinking because of the whole thing where they gave a speech to Mike Pence when he was visiting. But we've seen some pushback just online where people are like, I'm not going to that because have you heard any pushback?
Well, I think the advantage of playing out in America will be, the first thing is the ticket prices will be much lower.
Yeah.
The only thing I would caution people is that when it finally gets here and we finally announce it and finally start selling subscriptions and finally start selling single tickets, make sure you go directly to the building. Don't go to a ticket broker.
Okay.
Make sure you go to our website. Make you go to our phone number. Walk down, because what happens is the ticket brokers can make a living off selling tickets in the markup.
Or scammed.
Or scammed. I have stories for that. But I think the important thing is the ticket prices will be much lower. Has there been any pushback? They put the show on sale in Chicago, and it did better than Wicked out of the box.
Wow.
The show in New York has a $100 million advance.
Wow.
And I suspect the Providence date will sell out way in advance because the supply, the demand will exceed the supply.
That's great. So are you looking forward to that? Was that a good news to release?
It'll be a ride. I'll have a lot of new friends.
That's probably.
People, old girlfriends who I haven't heard from in years will call me probably. But going back to this season, which
let's get to that.
Is our 40th anniversary season.
Congratulations once again.
1977, 78. I was not here, I promise. I was at Rhode Island College doing Beaver Brown and Walsh Gym. So we started in 1977, 78. This year we have a menu of shows on our main season, which go all the way to Fun Home. It won the Tony in 15. Love Never Dies, which is the sequel to Phantom of the Opera. Bodyguard, which is Whitney Houston. Something's Rotten. We have 6 shows on that series. Then we have a secondary series, which we call the Encore series. Generally shows that have been here before and are repeating. The flagship of that series is we're opening the national tour of Les Miserables. And then as a special, we have returning a show we opened 2 or 3 years ago. I always forget. We have Beautiful, the Carole King musical, which did very well. So we have about, with Les Mis, we have about 12 full weeks of Broadway from early September to mid-May, early June. And
with these, I was looking at some of these, just really good music, in my opinion. I always like when there's great music. You have the On Your Feet, Emilio and Gloria Estefan,
Yep.
Bodyguard, starring Deborah Cox, who's an amazing talent.
Yeah.
Fantastic. And then also some, you will see An American in Paris. Which is a new musical. So that's kind of exciting too.
An interesting story about American in Paris. I saw it in New York, and I thought it was a revival. First of all, it's never been done as a Broadway show before. It was, of course, a movie. And when they cast it, and I was expecting to be like looking at my watch after an hour and a half. When they cast it with ballet dancers who could sing and act. And they were such amazing dancers. I thought they were androids. It was kind of like watching LeBron James play basketball. This person cannot really be a real person. Amazing. Oh no, amazing, just amazing talent. And that show is presently touring. It opened Schenectady about 2 months ago, and is doing real business because I think people do think it is a revival, and it's a period of a revival that sells well, but they haven't seen it and they don't know why. But the reality is it was never done as a show. The one show I forgot to mention, which is on this Encore series, is Kinky Boots. Won the Tony a couple of years ago. One of the investors in December. And all the shows we have this year are commercially oriented. You know, it's very standard fare. Will appeal across the board to the greater audience because PPAC does 300, depending on the year, about 350,000 to 400,000 people a year.
Wow.
To downtown Providence, about an economic impact number of about $25 million.
Million.
It's not the same people all the time. Like one night you're doing Bob Dylan, the next night you're doing Kiki Boots, the next night you're doing Crosby, Stills, and that. I mean, so it's very, like last week we did Lewis Black, which is definitely an alternative market. So the economy has improved here. It's gotten better, and people are spending their discretionary income on experiences. And we are certainly one of the better arts experiences in the state and the region.
And you do, and you have brought in different aspects.
Oh, absolutely.
To do that. And so how much do you think about that when you're booking these shows?
Well, there's a lot of variables. The first variable is, and every year there's probably 25 shows touring. And I would say we don't compete with Cranston. We compete with Hartford. We compete with sometimes Boston. And there's a route. There's a tour. These shows have gotten bigger and bigger. Actually, the standard show now is between 6 and 8 trucks.
Wow.
And they load it in one day, and they load it out in one evening.
6 and 8.
6 to 8.
It fits in that back alley.
Lion King is 22.
Wow.
So it takes a day and a half. Actually, they have 2 prosceniums. That the other one, and they have two sets of. The only thing they have one of is costumes. So all that has to come together, and then of course, then you want things that appeal to the marketplace. Sometimes like this is a very good classic rock marketplace. Bodyguard will sell.
Yeah.
This is a very good Stefan market. On Your Feet will sell. Those are, there are some notes. Lady is one of for gross here, the highest grossing we ever had.
Wow.
Hasn't been here, I would say 5 or 6 years. So there's really a whole new generation.
New cycle, yeah.
Yes,
new
it's
cycle
kind of like Annie. You reload 6 to 8 year old little girls every 5 to 6 years. There are a lot of variables, but we try to go through things quite honestly that are commercial, that fit the market and we think our subscribers would like to see. And so far, knock on wood, we've been successful. I mean, Hamilton is kind of a no-brainer. The key on Hamilton will be, because this isn't a sit-down, the key on Hamilton will be to extend the run, to convince the producers to extend the run as long as we possibly can.
Yeah.
And then beyond that, when can we repeat it?
When can we bring it back?
It's like Book of Mormon. We did Book of Mormon the first time. We did 2 weeks. And then we brought it back probably 18 months later. And they did 1 week. Hamilton will probably, it will repeat, since there's one national company, it'll probably repeat every 3 years. It'll be in what I call the Wicked cycle. Wicked comes here every 3 years. Lion King, on the other hand, has not been here for 5 or 6 years. And, it's doing extremely well.
Yeah, I heard it's doing very well.
Yeah.
Thank you, Lynn, so much for coming.
Happy
We
Valentine's
appreciate it.
Day.
Yeah, happy Valentine's Day. Thank you so much.
Okay.
And we appreciate it. And if you want more information, that was for the penguins.
Oh, I thought it was like for the puppy.
That was for the penguins, so they didn't eat the cord. We have a towel laying down right here.
Just have them call 421-ARTS.
Okay, perfect. 421-ARTS, and we'll have more information on our website, including a full list of all the acts, if you didn't catch that, of the Broadway series, as well as how you can hopefully score tickets